and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Real side. 53's Mike. Check. Red 80.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Check it back. Check it back.
6-6. Pull it high. Yo, 80.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now
1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Alert.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, but that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
To throw is Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10.
Tight down. There you go. Greystone, travel.
Now Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw once more on second and 10. Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He finds an opening past the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, but we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Mike, 58, right there.
It's our field, lady. It's our field. Hey, it's our out.
On first down, Bell.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Bell, of course, three-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving.
We go, sir. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, we got to get to the ball. 80. To the ball. Let's keep moving. Showing up.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Call it a loss of 12 that time, and it'll make this a second and long.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Landry now on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. On first and 10, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Here's Darnold, flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
80 weapon.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. Finding room to the 20. Oh, good move at the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game.
Hey, pick the edge.
You draw quarter.
He's coming. We got double up. Switch.
Now Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Fights him off. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Pick it up. Point it right.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Mayfield on first down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it's going to be second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
We got this.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Bell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Check 37. Check 37.
Now a handoff here to his running 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 26, check 61. Matchbox lights.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 13. Check 13.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. He'll get 3 up to midfield. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants. Man, 80. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Man, 80.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
First down. I'm coming for
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check. Lady. Check.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, alert 33. X3.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Recon, 132 fighter. I got him.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
180.
From the 39, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold. Out left to Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Watch the twitch. Watch the lady. Check 3.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll run on first down. Powell down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On 2nd down, it's Cannon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
They find some open field here. That one good for 33 in the first. First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock. Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, Charlie!
To throw, Mayfield. Now he'll escape to his right, and that is incomplete. They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth. It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss. On first down, Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout. Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game? No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked. It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out. So for Cleveland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.